we'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say.
Tucker Carlson apologized on his podcast for his part in helping to get President Donald Trump elected during an interview with his brother, Buckley Carlson.
You and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure. You and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now.
Carlson has been publicly criticizing Trump over the Iran war. He recently called out Trump's Easter Truth Social post in which the president threatened to destroy Iran's bridges and power plants and demanded that they, quote, open the fucking strait.
It is vile on every level. It begins with a promise to use the U.S. military, our military, to destroy civilian infrastructure in another country, which is to say to commit a war crime, a moral crime against the people of the country.
Trump later insulted Carlson, citing polling about his popularity. He posted to Truth Social saying, quote, Tucker is a low IQ person, always easy to beat and highly overrated. This is not the first time Carlson has broken from Trump. The Dominion case revealed that in 2021, Carlson had privately said, I hate him passionately. Still, these comments are a far cry from the 2024 election, where Carlson praised and campaigned for Trump.
And Donald Trump, whatever you say about him, and I think he's a wonderful person. I know him well. By the way, the funniest person I've ever met in my life, actually. You can't be funny without perspective or without empathy, which is true. But everything else about Trump aside, he actually cares.
You and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure. It's not enough to say, well, I changed my mind. Or like, oh, this is bad, I'm out. It's like in very small ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now.
Yes.
So I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. You know, we'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say.
Amazing people, welcome back, and thank you so much for the love and the support you're showing. I really do appreciate it. There's a phrase that says, once bitten, twice shy. And that is exactly what the American people are actually taking, because you cannot tell me that Tucker Carlson is just coming out of the blues saying sorry to the Americans for whatever he did, when in real sense he knew exactly what he was doing. He has said that you remember back then in 2021 he had a problem with DJ T, and he was like, he literally hates him. He doesn't like him completely. But he came back in 2024 and supported him like there is nothing that was going on. He didn't even stop there. He funded him. The same person he said that he doesn't like. And now that he has come out talking about the way he's sorry for misleading Americans and everything, the Americans are like, nah, we're not going to trust this. I don't know what the expectations of these people who are coming from MAGA to this other side are. I don't know what their expectations are. Let's watch the American people talk about it. Let's see what they're saying, and then after that I'm going to give my point of view, and credit belongs to the original creators of the videos that I have used. Stay tuned, my beautiful people.
For a long time, I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional.
Tucker Carlson just said sorry, and the internet is not buying it.
And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say. But anyway, but the question does present itself immediately, like, what is this? Was this always the plan?
Hello, this is your Ukrainian friend. Tucker, who wrote speeches for Trump, campaigned for him, built his entire brand around him, just said on camera, I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. He also asked, was this always the plan? Sir, there was literally a document called Project 2025. It was the plan. And the comments say everything. Trying to secure a lifeboat off the sinking ship? Or was he visited by 3 ghosts? You don't get to say, oops, my bad, this far into the game.
I think something super interesting to watch as we see the deterioration of MAGA and all the infighting and all of that is the psyop of a controlled opposition to Trump, which is all these right-wing speakers like Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and Alex Jones being very outspoken of their their disgust with Trump currently. This kind of makes sense because you can only for so long just not cover Trump's blatant failures or just try to turn them around as something positive. Trump has consistently done the opposite of whatever he promised to do, whether it's make things more affordable or releasing the Epstein files. He just cannot help himself but to do the very opposite. So obviously people are going to be like, what the fuck? We voted for you to not do those things specifically. So you can only do that for so long. And these people that are starting to dissent from Trump are still right-wing. They're not ready to come over to more progressive lines of thinking. They still want to be fucking stupid. So these personalities like Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson, they give these people a narrative to support their opposition to Trump while still staying in the right-wing political sphere. The idea is that, look at it this way, Trump has no future. The right-wing political establishment knows that Trump has no future. There's no organizing future leadership around more Trump. So there's a longevity problem. There's also the fact that Trump is having increasingly more trouble controlling his opposition. So these people, these right-wing personalities are to make sure that people who are starting to wake up to the fact that Trump is completely full of shit but are still right-wing degenerates, it makes sure that they don't stray too far away from the right-wing party so that when Trump is gone, they can be reabsorbed back into or remain in that right-wing.
Well, I'll be. Tucker apologizing? Never thought I'd see the day. Folks, I guess we had him all wrong. I might even listen to his podcast. Hell, I might start wearing bow ties. Probably not. After all, don't we all have regrets? Not listening to our parents, supporting a fascist regime?
Political sphere.
To the Tucker Carlsons of the world, I'm sorry, but you don't get redemption now. You don't get to get us into this shit fucking mess that we're in and then be like, oopsie, my bad, I'm sorry. No, you're not forgiven. No, you're not going to recover from this. None of you who are MAGA get to be MAGA and then just discover, oh wow, because now this thing actually affects me. Now I'm going to have a problem with it. No, you're morally bankrupt. You showed that so clearly to all of us. There's no backtracking from that. It's like, if you were in Germany back in the day, you don't get to be a Nazi and then have everybody, oh, well, shoot, we shouldn't have done that. No. You will live with that mark on you for the rest of your goddamn life. There is no forgiveness here. No.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying to this moment. I really, really do appreciate it. The American people have sat down. They have thought about it. They have looked at exactly these people who are trying to come from MAGA to this other side. They have noticed that these people who are coming from red to blue, and they have noticed that if there is one thing these people are good at doing is playing victims, especially the moment things do not work out for them. Now there's a very high probability that Tucker has actually looked at things and he has seen that they are not working for him when he is on the red side. And he has decided, you know what, I'm not going to be MAGA anymore. I'm going to go blue. And I know that if I go blue, things are going to work out for me. That means that if at any given moment things do not work out for him at blue, he is going to switch up on the blue people like it doesn't even matter, and he is going to go back to red just like he was. I mean, you have seen him back then talking about how he doesn't like the orange man, and right now in 2024 his number one support talking about how he's a good person and how people don't like him, but he's an amazing human being. I mean, how are we supposed to trust you? I think they expect, the people who are turning blue expect that when they come, when they cross over, they're going to be received with praises and songs and flowers and dances and everything. But in real sense, that is not what it is supposed to be like, because I mean, people tried telling you that whichever decision you're about to make is wrong, and it is going to affect Americans in a very, very bad way. And you were like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I know this man, he can never do such a thing. And now when things are not working out, when he has already messed up everything, that is when you're like, you really were right. And I want you to understand, it didn't happen once. It happened once, twice. What do you mean it is this late? I mean, how many years later, even after that 2024 election? That is now when you're realizing, nah, this is not it. Years. You never saw it in the beginning. You never listened to anybody when they were trying to tell you that you are going the wrong direction. You are on the wrong side of history. Well, now he has started wars everywhere. When he has made life in the United States unlivable, unbearable, unaffordable, when gas prices have hiked, when everything, groceries are unaffordable, that is when you're realizing, nah, this is not it. It might have affected you, right? For you to choose to go blue, it means that it might have affected you. And how sure are we that if things do not work out for you, you see, on the blue side, we want people who are persistent, people who are not giving up, people who are patient. I mean, have you seen what the kind of things the people who support blue have gone through? But they still stand with blue. So now that you have come from red to blue because things are not working out, if things don't work out for you on the blue side, are you going back to the red side? Anyway, far from that, it also had me question this. Everybody knew DJT was actually very okay with PDFs. He was very okay with unaliving people. He said that he could stand at City Square and just take someone's life and nothing can be done about it. And he has been doing exactly that. He has made sure that there is no communalism. All we're seeing is capitalism. But instead, there is nothing that is coming out of it. People are complaining and everything. You knew all this. You chose to vote for that, and now you're coming to this other side. Your apology is not accepted. I also say it is not accepted. I stand with the Americans on this. I say no, this is not an apology. And the way you're not taking responsibility for your action, you're trying to blame it on the orange man, like he forced you to do it. He did not force you. That was a choice that you made knowingly. Now you're trying to switch it up on him. You're coming to the other side so that you can switch up on these other people, right? Or what do you think about all this? You can let me know what you think about it in the comment section. And if you're new here, kindly remember to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. And until next time, my beautiful people, goodbye.